प्रार्थना मुद्रा, प्रार्थना भाव, कृतज्ञ भाव. We'll start with the prayers. The prayer mudra. The prayer mudra is you join both your hands and the thumb should be touching your Anahat chakra, the center of the chest. So this is the prayer mudra. Have the emotions of prayer, of gratitude. Keep your spinal cord erect. We will take a deep breath. Once we will say Omkar and feel the vibrations within the body. And then we will say the prayer Sahana Vavatu, which means that we are all growing together with divine blessings. So take a deep breath in. Sahana Vavatu Sahano Punaktu Sahaviryam Karvavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Again, we will say a small prayer together and we will pray to the divine Lord and divine energies that may everyone be happy, peaceful and healthy. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah Sarve Santu Niramayah Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Ma Kaschit Dukha Bhag Bhavet. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Namaste. So, shall we start the session?
Sure, ma'am. I'll give a short introduction, then we can start. Is it fine? Are you able to hear me? Seems that you are not able to hear me. We are able to hear you, but you are not able to.
I'm not able to hear. I think there's some problem with the microphones. So just in case anyone is wanting to ask anything, you can write in the chat box. And after the session, we will have a session. And after the session, the discussion for the discussion, I will log in from the mobile. So your voice will be audible. Okay. All right, Suresh ji. You can start.
Good evening, all of you. Very warm welcome to the today's Agnihotra session by Madam A.R. Manjushree Rathi, Founder, Director, Me Holistic Center. So first of all, if you would like to know about Madam A.R. Manjushree Rathi, she's a great human than anything else. She has done Masters in Architecture, MS in Physiotherapy and Counseling, teaching profession, HOD of Idea College in Nashik for 9 years. And she's in teaching profession since 23 years. She has conducted psychology, counseling, profiles, workshops, few of them to take note: energy healing, key to happiness, key to success, key to healthy living, key to healthy cooking. So under financial empowerment, EDP, entrepreneurship development programs, key to organic farming, key to success. Under spiritual empowerment, lessons and solutions from Bhagavad Gita, key to peace and pleasantness, mind, body, energy balance, Agnihotra, turn up, yoga, meditation, energy healing, inner child healing, hypnotism, past life regression, Masti ki Pasthala. So apart from that, she is a counselor in Architecture College, conducts corporate training sessions. So With that, I will hand over the stage to Madam Manjushri Rathi. Thank you, ma'am.
All right. Extremely sorry. There is some problem with the speakers and I'm not able to hear right now. My apologies. And after the session for the discussion, I will come on different mobile again. Yeah, all right. So namaste and thank you, Suresh ji. So this program is basically happening because of Suresh ji. Suresh ji asked us to conduct this in English for some of his members. And thank you so much, Suresh ji. Shall we start? Yeah. Thank you. I'm sorry, Suresh ji. I couldn't hear what you said. We shall start with Agnihotra session. I'm sharing the slide. Okay, so first let us start with Agnihotra and let us understand what it means. The word is made up of two words, which is Agni and Hotra. Agni means fire and Hotra means healing. Now healing is what healing? So healing is all type of healings, which means it is physical healing, it is mental healing, it is emotional healing, it is spiritual healing, it is even financial and social healing. So how? Let us see that. For me, this journey started almost 6 years ago, and it started at the Homa Center because of Jitu Bhai. He took me there at the Homa Center. I did the first Agnihotra there with Bruce Johnson and Anne. And henceforth, I started this. I was learning Bhagavad Gita since few years. And when I learned Bhagavad Gita, started learning Bhagavad Gita, there is this shloka in chapter number 3, the shloka number 10, which said, Sah yadnya praja sruštva puro uvacha prajapatihi anena prasavishwadvam eshavostvishta kamadhuk. So what does it mean? So this means that Saha yadnya praja sruštva. Sorry. Saha yadnya means when we perform this yadnya. Yadnya is, this Agnihotra is a type of the smallest yadnya which we can perform at home. So Saha yadnya praja sruštva. With your entire family, if you perform this small yadnya, puro uvach prajapati means in the ancient days, Prajapati means the Brahma who has, created this entire universe. He had told us, Uvach means to say. He had told us, Anena prasavishwadvam eshavo stvishta kamaduk. Ishta kamaduk in this means that you will get all the happiness, you will get whatever you wish. Ishta kamaduk is whatever your desire is, that will come true. And you will also get all the happiness and success and also liberation. And, I was a Nastic that time. And I said, oh, what the hell, how can this happen? I was, not amused with this shloka. In fact, I started having doubts on Bhagavad Gita. How can Bhagavad Gita say this and how can this be true? Just imagine, you also imagine, 5 minutes, you are doing this Havan and you get happiness, you get all the success and everything that you want in life. And not just that, but you get liberation also. Of course, I don't know if you get or not, but I can just tell you that 6 to 7 years ago, when I started Agnihotra, my life was in a phase where I had a feeling that nothing is left in my life. I was, in fact, wondering that why should I live at all? And today I can say that there is everything in abundance in my life. And I think one major transformational reason is this Agnihotra, also Bhagavad Gita. And Bhagavad Gita also supports yajna. And let us see the Agnihotra now. So the next slide, what is Agnihotra? As we saw, Agni is fire, Hotra is healing. And in our Vedas, it says that this is a holistic healing. The meaning holistic means full. That means it includes your physical being, mental being, emotional being, intellectual being, spiritual being, social being, financial being, all part of you it involves. Even the national being and personal being also it involves. So you get entire healing. Again, I would also tell you, don't trust me. You need not trust me because I myself couldn't trust what was there in Bhagavad Gita, which I myself read, which I myself understood. So I know it is difficult to trust this. So you need not trust me. I just request you, just be open to receiving. Because if a bowl is like this, okay, say for example, this is a container. If it is open and if someone is pouring something, we don't believe, most of them wouldn't believe in God, 3-4 years down the line, even I didn't believe in God. But just say some divine energy is pouring some blessings, and if you are open, only then we will receive. But if we are like this, closed, upside down, and if someone is pouring blessings on us or anything, even if it is water, we will not be able to receive. So I just have one request, that you need not trust me, but just listen with an open mind. All right. So there is something written in the chat box. All right. We can have the question answer session later on. The benefits of Agnihotra, we have the environmental benefits also. It is good for our physical health, mental health, spiritual health. We saw all types of health. It is good for human mind, that is the mental health. It is good for agriculture and gardening. It is good for the animals also. So it is basically a holistic way of healing and well-being. In fact, we have conducted more than 50 sessions of Agnihotra, and in one session we had invited Rainer, who is from Austria, and he does agriculture based only and only on Agnihotra. He's not using any other chemical, fertilizer, pesticide, anything at all. And his session is there. The recording of that is still there on YouTube if you wish to see that. So how agriculture can also be benefited by Agnihotra. Okay, there are many shlokas in Bhagavad Gita. We just saw this shloka, the shlok 10th of chapter 3rd. Saha yadnya praja sruštva puro uvacha prajapatihi anena prasavishwadvam esha stvishta kamadhuk. So if we perform this yajna every day, we get all our desires will be fulfilled. We get happiness and we get liberation as well. There are many more shlokas in Bhagavad Gita. So I think all the shlokas, the meaning is telling us that we should be performing yajna. We will come back to Bhagavad Gita later on after we see the scientific reasons. So I know that there are many, educated people and the logical brain is more activated. So we will see the scientific reasons and some sharings of the people. We have Kirlian camera, body electricity, pathology test. All of these tests, they support the effect of Agnihotra. And in fact, most of the scientists, they have called Agnihotra as a wonder weapon. Why wonder weapon? Because they don't understand that how this can happen. Now, with the pathology test, the Kirlian camera test, the body electricity test, the results have been clarified that, okay, the results are coming because of Agnihotra. But how? That link the scientists are not able to understand. See, it is the same thing like, say, just 100 years ago, if someone gave, that mobile or internet to a person 100 years ago, he would say, no, this is a wonder weapon. So wonder weapon is just that something which our logical mind is not able to perceive and understand right now. But it has been proved. Now we have some images before Agnihotra and after Agnihotra. These images were taken by the Kirlian camera. You can also see these images on net. Is my sound better now? I think I had put the earphone on the mobile. Is my sound better? Yeah, all right. Thank you, Sureshji. The left hand side here, we have the first image, which shows the human head and the shoulders, this much part. And this image was taken by the Kirlian camera before performing Agnihotra. How do we see the aura? See here, if you see this white light is the aura. And here on the right side, where you can see the arrow of the mouse, which I'm moving right now, that the aura is incomplete. There is gap over here. I mean, even on the left-hand side, you have some gap in the aura. Now, after performing Agnihotra, the image is here on the right-hand side. Here you can see that the aura is almost complete on the left-hand side, and on the right-hand side also, it is just about to get complete. So this difference is only after one Agnihotra. By Kirlian camera, this has been proved. All right, so we have two people, Shamnila ji and Lakshmi ji, who have raised hands. You can write your questions in the chat box. There are something written.
हेलो मैम, आपके स्लाइड्स में पहले ही पेज पे रुकी हुई है आपकी स्लाइड भी.
All right, okay, I will share again. Thank you, thank you. अभी मुझे आवाज आ गया, by the way. This was nice.
आवाज आ रही है आपको मेरी?
हाँ, अभी आ गई क्रांति. I can hear you now.
Now voice is okay. Only slides is the problem.
All right, okay. Yeah, thank you. We'll just, can you see the slide now? All right. Yeah, thank you.
मैम एक quick recap दे दीजिए.
All right. Yeah. So quick recap. So these are the images before and after Agnihotra. The left hand side we see this is the human head with the shoulders, and the aura you can see behind the light part is the aura. This image, the photograph has been taken through the Kirlian camera. The first image is before performing Agnihotra, where you see that the aura has breakages, and the second image you can see that there is breakage in the aura. I'm sorry, in the second image you can see that the aura is filled. Left hand side it is completely filled, and right hand side it is just about to fill. Now these are the images got by Kirlian camera. Now what is this light? We all see the images of the god and goddesses, and they always have this round light behind their head, right? So what they are not carrying any white light behind their head. It signifies the aura. And if the aura is, if the soul is pure and divine, the aura is very clear and complete. So that is what that aura or that white round around the head of the gods and goddesses symbolize. Here we also have some images which are before and after Agnihotra. This blue color you see, blue color bar is before Agnihotra, and the red color is after Agnihotra. And this is the count of the microbial count in the water. In set 1, this test was done where the blue color which shows around 160 microbial count before Agnihotra. After Agnihotra, it has reduced to less than 60 also. In the second set, it is even more. The count, microbial count is 180 here, and after Agnihotra, it became around 45-50. So around 70% of decrease in the microbial count.
Still, we are seeing the slide number 15. Probably we need to see the 16.
Right. This experiment you can also try doing at your home. This person did this gehu, the wheat. The wheat he sowed in 2 different plates and the same soil he took in 2 different plates. This first plate he kept in the normal atmosphere, and the second plate he kept where Agnihotra was performed. So even the environment has the effect on the growth, and the difference is very prominently visible over here. So Agnihotra environment, this is the result of the grass of the wheat. Also, when we have this moong which is sprouted, first example shows with tap water. Second example shows a simple ash was put, wood ash was put. And in third, the Agnihotra ash was put. And you can see that the sprouts are much bigger than the first and the second one. The effect of Agnihotra ash on Koli. Acha, slide is again struck.
Yeah, we are at 15, right? So we're on that slide only for stuck.
Okay, all right. I'll share again. I think if I go to the chat, the slide gets stuck. So I'll come back on this. Yeah, did we see this? This slide we saw? Could you see this?
Previous one. We need to see that 16. Yeah. No, yeah.
All right. Okay. So I think I'll keep it like this only. So the blue graph shows before Agnihotra result of microbial count, and the red is the set 1, set 2. It is after Agnihotra. In the second image, we see here the wheat was sown in 2 different plates. First was kept in the normal environment, and second was kept in the Agnihotra environment, and see the difference between this growth of the wheat grass. Third, the sprout of moong. First is tap water, second is controlled ash, and third is with Agnihotra ash. And you can see that the sprout is much bigger, larger than the previous 2. The effect of Agnihotra ash on Koli. Here we have the images. Even with the naked eye in the first set, which is before, where before is written, this is the image before Agnihotra, and the second is the image after Agnihotra, where you can see the difference, very subtle difference in this microbial count. In fact, a huge difference you can see even with the naked eye. This bowl of water in the glass jar was just kept next to where the Agnihotra was performed, and this difference you could see. Now, next, one more experiment was done just to check if distance matters. So the first set, here you see the left hand side up and down. This set was kept just near the Agnihotra kund. The second was kept 10 feet away. Third was kept 20 feet away. The fourth was kept 40 feet away. And the fifth was kept 30 feet away and 40 feet away. And you see in the images that as the distance went on increasing, the effect of Agnihotra on the microbial count, that is the Koli, kept on decreasing. So this also gave us the result that when you are or any object is near Agnihotra kund, wherever it is performed, the effect is more. So how Agnihotra works? So Agnihotra basically, it creates a magnetic energy which neutralizes the negative energy and reinforces the positive energy. It gathers the particles of harmful radiation in the atmosphere, and on a very, very subtle level, it neutralizes them. In fact, we have an example of this also, which we would be seeing. It creates the ash in which the energies are locked and used as medicines to treat the cancers and so many different types of illnesses. In fact, this is what I always carry with me everywhere. Right now also I am on a tour. I have this Agnihotra ash with me right now. I also put it here on the third eye chakra. It gives instant energy and it can heal almost all types of diseases. And we would see the examples here. We would also see with the image the example of the second and third. Negative ions in the air. So negative ions are known to be an indicator for the fresh air, and the lack of negative ions actually creates the pollution, which we all know here in Delhi. You know, the pollution level is so high. People are using so much of machines now, which are again creating more pollution outside. Only the home it is keeping fresh. But if only 10%, 1% people do Agnihotra, the problem of pollution will be solved in Delhi, it is said. So normally how it works is the smoke reduces the amount of negative ions, but an experiment is done in Germany which showed that the amount of negative ions increases opposite to what was as expected with Agnihotra. Because when you burn, people say that, you know, you're creating carbon monoxide and you're, creating more pollution. But Agnihotra doesn't work like that, which has been revealed and found in the experiments. So how it works, whenever this Agni, that is fire, is lit in this copper pyramid, which is of a specific proportion, which is same as the golden proportion or the pyramid of the Pisa at Giza, which is one of the seven wonders of the world, where the body of the King Pyron is still intact. Why? Because of the secret of the angle and the proportion of the pyramid, which is same there in this Agnihotra Kunda also. So the entire energy is received. The energies are more during the sunset and sunrise. Even now, we have to keep a track of the sunset, and exactly at the sunset time, we are going to perform this Agnihotra, and we would be experiencing energy. You all would be experiencing energy, even if you are not physically present here, but mentally, if you're there, you will feel the energy here also. So it gathers all the okay, now what happens at sunrise and sunset exactly at that moment, and why do we have to follow this time? So this Dr. Ajit, he explained very well. He said that, you know, if you have a bucket of water and the water is absolutely, you know, in a peaceful place, there is no wind, etc. It is still, and the water is still, the bucket is still. If you pour your hand and if you remove your hand, the moment that you're putting your hand and the moment that you're removing your hand, there are so many ripples formed in the water. Exactly same thing happens when the sun is just about to set and just about to rise. So those ripples which is created by the sun, the energy of the sun is what is creating life on the earth. Only because of sun, the plants are there and we are there on this earth. And that is maximum during the sunrise and the sunset, and which we catch in the Agni Kunda, in the Agnihotra Kunda, and which is captured and locked in the Agnihotra ash, which is also locked, and it goes to the animals, to the human beings, to the environment, to the plants, all the creatures around. Agnihotra has the ability to neutralize the pathogenic bacteria as well. The atmosphere where Agnihotra is performed is purified and it becomes healthy. We have so many people who are now performing Agnihotra. They tell us that they have not got, you know, this corona also. They also, because see, that aura is there. Aura is like a suraksha kavach, you know, a protection sheath around you. And they also say that, you know, there was one Dr. Sunita Vavre, she said that she used to have this tulsi plant in her home, which always died in a month or so. But since she started doing Agnihotra, the plant is flourishing and doing very well. So see the effect of Agnihotra. Agnihotra purifies contaminated water resources and neutralizes nuclear radiation. I think I can give you that example. 3.5 years ago, I had been on Narmada Parikrama. In India, there is a very holy river named as Narmada. And it is around 3,960 kilometers. You have to walk around it. Pradakshina we called. And you have to walk without money, etc., etc. But you have to drink the water from the river because you don't have money. You're not carrying money. And wherever you are put up, that means the temples or the ashrams, the local places, they take the water from the river only. You can't purchase any Bisleri or mineral water there. So what I did was I just put Agnihotra Vibhuti, this ash we call as Vibhuti, 1 pinch in the water which we used to drink. And I didn't have any stomach problem or any ailments. And 80% people who were, you know, the Parikramavasi who were also walking along with me, 80% people had stomach infection because the stomach was not used to the water of the river. Now you see the water of the river is so polluted and contaminated. People are, throwing their garbage and all types of chemicals into the rivers and making it polluted. But I didn't have any problem, and the thanks is to the Agnihotra ash, which I always used to use. There are so many more results also. I just gave you a very first-hand result from my own experience. We have many more experience as well. So Agnihotra health also, we would see the live examples. It is applicable on physical health, on the mental health, and on agriculture itself. This is my home, the interior of the bedroom. And here you can see there are, in the planters, there are this, I think is the slide visible? Yeah. So this is inside the bedroom. Of course, it is near the bed window, but it is inside. And here you see this is lemongrass, and you have Brahmi, and this is the chili plant. Now the farmers would say that you can't have a chili plant inside the room, and even if you have, it will not give you chilies because the chilies need 12 hours of sunlight. And here you can see this chilies, nice big size chilies. How did this happen? Because I perform Agnihotra here. Also, in fact, in the background, you can see this is cow dung plastered walls in the photograph. And right now where I am, this is a total hut made up of mud. Total entire hut is made up of mud, and there is no cement in this. These are some of the plants which are thriving in this Agnihotra environment inside the window. It didn't even get sunlight. Normally, I have a habit of having this plants till a year, and when it rains, I just hand them over to Mother Earth. This is a coconut plant. I didn't have space. I kept it on the kitchen ota only, the hibiscus and the tamarind plant. Okay, so now the Agnihotra ash effect on water we have already seen. These are the different chemicals which you can take a screenshot for your reference if you want to.
मैम अगेन स्लाइड आपकी स्टक हो गई है, आई थिंक 30th नंबर पे रुकी हुई है.
38.
30.
Okay, all right. So 30. Okay, so I think we'll see like this only. So here you can see the green chili. The green chili is there in spite the green chili plant being inside the room, which the farmers say it's not possible because it doesn't receive 12 hours of sunlight. Then all these plants are inside the room, but Agnihotra is performed there, so which captures the sun energy, and they are thriving. These are different plants. These plants are mango and umber, hibiscus, jamun, lemon. I grow them for a year, almost 7-8 months, and during the monsoon time, I hand them over to Mother Earth. These are some more plants. These are kept inside the living room, inside the window on the sill level. You can see the tamarind, the tulsi, and hibiscus. And this is a coconut plant, which I had kept on the kitchen ota only because there was no space in my home. I didn't have a balcony, veranda, or terrace. Now, these are the different effects of the Agnihotra ash on water, which we already saw in the diagrams. Now, water purification with Agnihotra ash. The raw water, that is non-potable water, became potable, and the results matched with the standards given by WHO, the World Health Organization also. It matched the guidelines provided by the WHO, and it was perfect for drinking water after treating it with Agnihotra ash. The effect of Agnihotra on Boardwell also, there are, I think if we get time, we will come back to this. This is more related to the agriculture, improvement of the soil microbes. This is for the farmers. Improvement of soil microbes. Agnihotra effect on plants. Now here again, we have these two bars, and here the shoot length and the root length of the plants was calculated. One was the first image you see, effect of Agnihotra on plant growth. So here the first red color bar is where Agnihotra is not there, and the second blue color you see is where the Agnihotra was there. And the blue color shows the shoot length. The first one shows shoot length. The red colors is, I'm sorry, the blue shows the shoot length, and the red colors, the red shows the root length. First is the treated plant with Agnihotra, and the second is untreated. So you see the difference in both, and where it is treated with Agnihotra, the effect is much better on the shoots and the roots as well. Okay, now because of all this pandemic, we had a session on Corona also, where Dr. Ulrich Berg from Germany, he had conducted this session, and he said that the physical, biological, and chemical pollution. So the biological pollution is also the viruses and bacteria, which includes our Corona. This also has, the Agnihotra also has an effect on them. And then we are saved from it. Now this is a small video. It is a 3-minute video. If we get time, we will come back to it. First, let us keep the sunset timing into consideration. Okay, now in the Vedas, the scientists and the researchers also, they have also said that Agnihotra is the only solution to the biggest problem of nuclear radiation. And this has happened in Bhopal. We all know about the Bhopal gas tragedy, which happened in 1984. Here, there were two families, Kushwaha and Rathod. Here you can see these two families, this one family of Kushwaha, they are performing Agnihotra with their entire family. They stayed only 1 mile away from where this mishap happened. When this mishap happened in Bhopal, we know that people were very negatively affected. And in fact, even the next generation, that means the pregnant women or who got pregnant later on, the offsprings also were negatively affected by this MIC gas leakage in the Bhopal in 1984. But there were these two families who performed Agnihotra, and they were not at all affected during this gas leakages. And here you have the news in the newspaper. Here we have their full name, Shri Sohan Lal Kushwaha and Shri M.L. Rathod, who were living about 1 mile away from the plant where this mishap happened about the MIC gas leakage. They came out unscathed. They were not affected at all by this gas leakage. These families were regularly performing Agnihotra Havan. That was the reason behind it. Now, let us see about the Agnihotra ash. We saw so many experiments about the ash. Let us see why it is. This is called as miracle ash by the scientist also. Why? Because Agnihotra is performed with only 3 ingredients, which we will see now. And before performing Agnihotra and after performing Agnihotra, the chemical contents of the ingredients which was put in the Havan or in the Agnihotra was found out in the labs. Before performing Agnihotra, there were maximum of 34 chemical elements found. But after performing Agnihotra, total of 92, all the 92 chemical elements came into it. Okay. Krati, I think someone is doing this, is probably that screen scribbling option is on. If you can just look into it. Yeah. Is the slide visible now? The next one, effect of Agnihotra. No. Okay.
Next one is not.
मैम why miracle ash दिख रहा था Agnihotra and soil health.
Okay, all right. Miracle ash is visible now?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Okay, we have done several videos showing the energy of the ash. The videos are here. We also have few friends, and we can also see a live video right now live, which will show the effect of the Agnihotra ash on people. After the session, if we have time, we can see that. First, let us understand the basics of this. So there are hundreds of benefits of ash. You can treat, the impure water and health and skin diseases. Hundreds of benefits of Agnihotra, and we will see the live examples now. How this works, to understand this, let us understand it with a small example. Say, for example, you have, this is, say, for example, this is a green chili. If we all are sitting here, say 100 people are sitting here, and a green chili is placed in between, probably we will not be affected by it, right? It will not make any difference to us. But if there is fire over here, and in the fire, if this green chili is put, what will happen? In Hindi, we say, that thaska, you'll get a difficult, I don't know, the thaska. What do you say, thaska in English? You will get an effect on your throat, which will, disturb you. So
uncomfortable. Yeah. Uncomfortable in breathing.
Yeah, uncomfortable in breathing. You will get that thaska, that uncomfortable feeling over here in the throat. Why does that happen? Because green chili is tamasic. Tamasic means it has negative qualities. And whatever we put in the fire has the quality, has the property to multiply the quality, whatever is put, and multiply it 1,000 times. If something positive, the positive effect will be multiplied 1,000 times. And if you put something negative impact, like the green chili tadka we saw, that will also be felt. What happens is, because of the fire, the whatever is physical part, that is converted into a very subtle level fumes, and that fumes through our nostril reaches the brain, and immediately we get the effect, which is faster than the saline also. In fact, this also is said by a shloka of Bhagavad Gita, which is again in chapter 3, the shlok number 42, where Bhagavan Shri Krishna says, Indriyani paranyahur indriyenya param manaha manasaste parabuddhi yo buddhe paratastu saha, which means that as compared to your sharir, your body, the senses, the 5 senses are more superior and stronger. And as compared to your 5 senses, your mind is more superior. As compared to your mind, your intellect is more superior. And as compared to the intellect, the soul is more superior. So here what happens is, what we saw, the mirchi was at the physical level. The body is the physical level. It was at the physical level. But when it got converted, when we put it in the, it got converted to a subtle level, sukshma level. And that sukshma level becomes more powerful as we go higher and higher. That is what happens through Agnihotra, which the scientists have still not been able to, tell us how it happens. We will see a few examples. How Agnihotra, some reviews of the people. These reviews are available on net. I have taken from net. You can also take it. So these people, they have given their own reviews. We will see some important ones. And again, if we get time, we will come back to this. And these are very few examples. Agnihotra is performed in more than 60 countries, and lakhs and crores of people have been benefited by it. We have just a few 14, 15 examples, and we will see just 2-3 of them. So first we have this lady from South America named as Nianet, who had, because of Agnihotra, reduced stress, reduced emotional conflict, reduced muscle ache, reduced red eye, and reduced of sinus. This is her own word. Then we have a lady who felt rejuvenated because of Agnihotra. Then we have this lady who had this herpes simplex. You can see the image on her lips. She had this small blisters which wouldn't go away. But after applying Agnihotra ash, you see the photograph where she has applied this ash only for 7 days. And what happened after 7 days? The result is here. Her lips are shown below. Here You can see the duration of healing is 7 days, and what she did is she just applied this Agnihotra ash with the Vedic ghee. This is her own words. We have just put it down in the tabular way. Here is a small boy who used to vomit even if he ate anything solid. He used to drink only milk. He was antisocial. He always used to be crying, and he couldn't walk also. His legs were very weak. He was very weak. After Agnihotra, it is written, he is 4 years old, and after 9 months of this boy sitting in Agnihotra, just sitting beside his mother, he didn't perform. The mother performed. He just sat there. The effect is the child began to walk, sometimes running. He started eating solid food, chewing, and getting stronger. He has been able to stop the food therapy, and he has become more social also. This is in his own words. Then stress, loss of blood circulation in legs, and lack of focus was also healed and taken care by Agnihotra. You have cystic fibrosis taken care by Agnihotra, breast cancer, which was treated by Agnihotra, moderate cirrhosis was treated with Agnihotra, joint pain and fever treated with Agnihotra, curing of sleeplessness done by Agnihotra, curing from the last stage in prostate cancer was done in the Agnihotra. And this is very comedy, so I like to narrate this always. So let us see the details of this. This is a person, Laura Diaz from South America. And as per the medical doctors, they said that he is in the last stage of dying in prostate cancer. And condition after Agnihotra saved from cancer, he got fine and he's still in good health. So here the doctor told the family members that please take him home and let him die at peace. And they were Christians. So they took a coffin also. I mean, they ordered a coffin and they were preparing for his death. So here he writes in his own words, see, I have a brother. Now, Laura Diaz is the brother. His brother was ill, and Laura took his brother. Let us see this Laura's words. Laura writes, I have a brother who was very, very sick with cancer in the hospital. I went to see him there, took him out of the hospital and brought him to Dr. Montefiore. Dr. Montefiore is one who performs Agnihotra. My family was already buying a coffin for him since he was practically dying. Then my brother began to take Agnihotra ash every day in the water, in foot, and a little underneath the tongue. I took my brother for 1 week daily to Dr. Montefiore, and miraculously, my brother was saved. There was no need for the coffin anymore because he got better and he still is in good health. He had suffered from prostate cancer. And he writes, I have seen several so-called Homa miracles in Dr. James Montefiore's clinic. So, second stage of carcinoma, again in the colon, a cancer patient again. He also had the skin disease. All of this cured with Agnihotra. Agnihotra related to corona, I think this will come later. If we have time, let us first understand the basics of Agnihotra. We will just jump to Agnihotra now. Okay. So there are 6 things which we have to follow for Agnihotra. What if you wish to perform Agnihotra? So what is Agnihotra? Let us understand that now. There are only 6 things we have to follow. One is the timing, and that's why we are just hurrying a little bit, because Agnihotra is a topic that we can talk for hours and hours, for months together on Agnihotra. So let us first understand the basics, and then we can have more advanced sessions if you're interested. First important is the timing. So now the sunset is about to happen at this particular place. So we have to follow that timing. How to do it? There is an app is there named as Agnihotra Buddy. Just download it and you get the countdown time. That's easy. The mantra. There is this mantra which we would be saying now. The sunrise mantra is different and the sunset mantra is different. We will also send the audio message so that you understand how you say it. And we would also be saying it during Agnihotra. We will also understand the meaning of it. Third is the cow dung. So the cow dung cakes basically. So you have the desi cow dung cakes which we use for this, and then the Vedic ghee. So the pure desi cow dung cows Vedic ghee we use. Rice grain we use. So rice, if the rice should be whole. In India, so we say we don't call it. We use it for the holy purpose. In marriages, you know, when we even put a tilak over here, we will put a rice grain on top of it, on that. And that rice grain is called as akshada. And akshada means akshat. Akshat means that it is full, means it is not broken. So don't take the broken pieces of rice, take the full pieces. Also take the organic rice with the skin, because the skin has the more energy in that. If you remove that, the energy is lost. And the more energy we put in Agnihotra, more times it comes back to us, the environment and everyone around. And the sixth important thing is the copper pyramid, which is in the exact proportion which we spoke about, which relates to the pyramid of Giza and all the wonders which are happening around this world. Even in the share market, in the universe around, everything is in this golden proportion. And we use that proportion here. We catch the perfect frequency of the universe. And when we vibrate in the same frequency, the universe is answering all our prayers. And that is when Ishta Kamaduk means all our desires get fulfilled automatically, because we have got tuned to the frequency of the universe. Just as you tune the radio channel, if you tune it to 0.3, what happens? You will catch all the audio of 98.3. So like magic, you know, you just receive everything tuned to that particular frequency. Now, other things for more benefit, which you can see later on. Yeah, so demo of the ash. Now, how we go about it is the process which we will see.
6 things to follow पे.
Okay. Slide number कौन सा है? Nine four. Okay. You can see 6 things to follow. Slide only right now, Krati.
No, other things to know for more benefit. Another
Yeah, so the next slide.
Things to follow.
Great. All right. So what are the other things which you can do for more benefit? So this is to be practiced twice a day. Why? Because the effect of this is around 12 to 13 hours, because that aura which is formed, that stays for around 12 to 13 hours after Agnihotra. So by the time you do the second Agnihotra, the earlier aura is about to, you know, diminish, and you have the second aura as well. Second, keep your back erect. The spinal cord is like an antenna, you know, it gathers all the energy. So always keep it erect. Keep your palms open and facing towards the sky. This is you receive the energies also when you do Agnihotra. Right now, let us see how much time we have, and we'll just. Okay, all right. So we don't have much time. We have around 10 minutes to go, and let us just shift and see the Agnihotra. Please have silence when there is the fire burning of the Agnihotra. After Agnihotra, you can meditate for few minutes. That time is the best time to meditate. Some people say don't perform during the periods for females if you can't receive the energies. So whether to perform Agnihotra or not during the periods, if you're at the physical level, don't perform. If you're not at the physical level, you can perform. One person should ideally use only one Agnihotra kit for energy, and Agnihotra can be done anywhere, indoor, outdoor, anywhere. So right now, we were supposed to do Agnihotra outside, but there is a lot of breeze over here. I will just get the kit inside. Probably we will just. We will just take a small demo of Agnihotra on a second indoor space. So this is the Agnihotra Kunda of copper, and the Gauri, the cow dung cakes, that is. Okay, just give me 1 minute. I'll get the other materials. All right, so Krati, is my voice audible right now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, all right. So let us first experience the energy. You can all experience this energy. Okay. Right now, you are not physically present here, but just as we saw the shloka of Bhagavad Gita from the 3rd chapter, that the body is at the lowest level. As compared to the body, the mind is more superior. So at the mental level, I request you to be with me with Agnihotra, which we are performing here, and feel the energy. To feel the energy, let us do a small demo. You can all participate with me. Bring both your hands from a distance together, nearer and nearer and nearer. At a particular place, you will feel something between your hands. At that particular place, stop. And then just 1 inch inside, 1 inch outside, very slowly move your hands. And you will feel the expansion and contraction between your hands. Yeah, I'm not. All right, Krati, if there's anything in the chat box, please let me know. In the meantime, we can just do the Agnihotra. All right, so most of you, you can feel the energies in your hands, some expansion, contraction, some sort of energy. It can be a tingling effect, some pressure, contraction, expansion, some heat. Yeah, what material we have to use? So here we do this demo. We have this Agnihotra Kunda and the stand. We have this cow dung cakes over here. Again, how to place them is also very important. We place them in a way that oxygen should be able to reach every part.
Little bit turn the camera down so that it will be fully visible. Yeah. Thank you.
Right. So here we have almost a square piece in the center. Then we make some small more pieces and give support so that we can have 4 more pieces diagonally placed. I'll just show this. Now, keeping this pieces diagonal. And 2 crossing them.
Ma'am, we need to face east. Any direction is okay.
Yeah, for more benefits, it is better that you face the east direction. Second preference, give to the north direction. And even if that is not possible, even most of the times we have a community Agnihotra, which is much more powerful. So you can face any direction. Some people are facing east, west, north, south. That doesn't matter then. The community has impact, which is thousands times more. It is like, let us see that also. We will talk about it. If one person is performing Agnihotra, the effect of this is still 12 kilometers. But if two people are simultaneously performing Agnihotra, the impact of that is 12 raised to 2, that is 144 kilometers. If 3 people are performing Agnihotra, it is 12 raised to 3. I don't know what 144 into 12 is now. I'm bad at maths now. So that is the impact of community. Now there are only 3 ingredients in this. One we saw is the cow dung cake. Second is we have the rice. Now again the rice, we also do energy checkup and we take rice. 2 times we will be doing the ahuti. In this copper plate, we take little bit of rice and we have the ghee. There will be 1 piece which would be in the center. We apply ghee properly to this. If the ghee is melted, it will be even better. You can do that as well. I have a diya, or we can blow it on that. Currently, I am outside here. So let us just see the timing. Okay. So 2 more minutes to go. And we will start the fire. We normally start the fire depending on how much time your cow dung cakes require to burn. These cow dung cakes, they require, ideally what is the equation, what it depends upon is that when the fire flame is at the maximum, that time you should be putting the ahuti and saying the shloka. So when you say, we would be saying the shloka now and putting the ahuti also, you have to just find out, do the trial and error and find out that at what time the flame is maximum. So in just another minute, we will put the fire on. It's quite windy here. I'm a little outside, so please forgive me for not using the diya and all those things, but you can use that. I do use that at home, but when I'm outside, it's okay. By the way, here in the background, you see that this house is made totally of mud, and there in the background, you see that small structure, that is the open bathroom. And around that is the Ganga Ma Mandala project, where if you can see, there are 30 types of vegetables which are planted without using any chemical, which naturally, organically, not organically, naturally they are glowing. And we really eat them. They are amazing, amazing things. The tomatoes, the desi tomato, very juicy, tangy. Okay, so it's time to light up. So we...
Again, turn the camera, please.
It's very windy. Okay, we have applied ghee to this. We also need to put little ghee on the bottom piece, that square which we have placed. For a few seconds, you can just hold it in the hand. Place it down and you can cover it on the top with a piece so that the heat remains inside and all the pieces, they get very well lit. We are putting just one drop everywhere. I'm liquidifying the ghee over the fire flame only. And one drop on all the 4 things. One drop here. Okay, so we have 4 minutes left. 4 minutes left. After 4 minutes, we will be giving this ahuti, 3.5 minutes almost. When we do the ahuti, please don't speak. You can keep your hands like this, keep your back erect, the spinal cord erect, sit in this posture. After the fire flame goes off, we will again see the energy and the difference that we can feel in that. So I'm just pointing the camera again towards the Agnihotra. Be connected here at the mental level. In the meantime, make sure there are no broken rice grains in this. Every time you need to select those. One minute remaining. Get ready. Twenty seconds. Agnaye swaha. Agnaye idam na mama. Prajapataye swaha. Prajapataye idam na mama. You can do namaskar to the Agnihotra and again feel the energy between your hands. Now the energy would have expanded. So if you felt here earlier, it would be here. So bring your hands from a farther distance nearer and you would feel the energy which will be much more bigger than what you felt earlier. Please see that. If it was here, maybe it must have expanded till here and then you can just cross check with the same way. Okay, we will see some questions in the chat box. Okay, there's a question that for Agnihotra ash, we need to crush the powder, the cow dung cakes. So in fact, these are the cow dung cakes. We burn them and they get converted into ash. And this ash is what then you crush it, you sieve it and you get the Agnihotra ash. So that ash you can later on use. You can have a vibhuti here, even to your throat chakra you can apply, put it in the water to purify it. You can also mix it with the desi ghee, and if you have any white patches, black patches, some skin diseases, bleeding, anything at all, just apply that. I got a cut over here a few days ago, and working in the water, it created this pus. I immediately put the Agnihotra Vibhuti here, and if you can see, it's like, gone. I mean, there's no need of anything else. So you can use it. Yeah, Shri Nivasithaliji is saying the smoke controls the bad insects also, like mosquito. Many people do every day. Yes, with Havan also. Yes. If you are doing Agnihotra in your premises, the cockroaches and all the bad tamasic insects, basically, they remain in control. So they are driven away. And not much smoke coming out. Okay, so this is one more problem of the smoke. See, when these cow dung cakes, they have moisture content in them, then there will be a lot of smoke, because water content is what is going to give you this smoky thing. That is, it will also give you watery eyes, and that smoke will also be little tamasic. So you have to make sure that these sun-dried cakes, the cow dung cakes, are properly sun-dried and they don't have any moisture content in them. Once you make sure that they are sun-dried and you have proper amount of ghee in that, they really put up a flame very well. So in how many ways we can use this ash? Applying on the body, shall we drink with the water? Yes, we already saw this. Can we sit in Vajrasan? Okay. Rohit is asking, yes, you can sit in Padmasan. So this is how I sit. This is the Padmasan, having one leg here and the other leg here. If this is not possible for you, the second position is with only one leg on the top. That is this Siddhasan, or Sukhasan is again just this way, or you can also sit in Vajrasan. In fact, if you can't sit down, you can also sit on the table and chair, on the dining table, anywhere at all. There is a very nice question. Can we put camphor cube for the fire? Ideally, no. If you're putting camphor cubes in the entire Vedas, there has not been the mention of using the camphor cubes anywhere. Only these three ingredients are to be used, but camphor cubes are used especially during the monsoon time, when during the monsoon time you have more humidity in the atmosphere, and the cow dung cakes, they absorb the atmosphere, they absorb the moisture from the atmosphere. Because of that, it takes time to burn and there is more smoke also. So that time, some people use camphor cubes. If you have to use camphor cubes, don't use the ash for eating purpose and the healing purpose. You can put this ash, give this ash to the plants. It is also very good for the plants. Ghee means Amul ghee? No, ghee means Now there are different variations in this. We have done some energy checking. Let us see some energy videos if we have time. Krati, do you have the link of the energy videos, or maybe I can also take the link from the PPT? If you have, we can see here. In the video, that energy checking is there. The friends have now gone for farming right now. If they come back, maybe we can see that. I can feel a sort of energy in the hands. Yeah, in fact, would like to have your feedback. Did you feel the change in energy before and after Agnihotra between your hands? If you could just write that in the chat box, that would be great. And we can see some energy demos also. Oh. There is a question how to perform if you're living in a flat. In fact, if you're living in a flat, you can perform in the flat. I also perform in the flat. I live in a flat and there I perform. Here I'm performing a little semi-outdoor. Wherever you are, you can perform. When I'm traveling, I take the kit with me at that particular time. Wherever I am, I stop my car, I do my Agnihotra and then I go. It's on the highway or anywhere, wherever it is. Agnihotra fire took lot of time, like 15 to 20 minutes. Aapka to 8 minutes to completely burn. See, it always differs from the cake. Now here, the cake which we are using is, as you see, you know, there is just we have this mud home. Apart from that, all the bathrooms and toilets and everything is outside. And when we go, we get this is called as ranshen in Marathi. So these are the cow dung cakes naturally available in the jungle nearby when we go for our morning routine, morning course. So this, they have a different burning time than the ones which you get. Now, even we have in our Me Healthy Shopee 3 varieties, or in fact 2 varieties now. There were 3 varieties of cow dung cake. One would burn very, very fast. One would take 3 minutes, one would take 5 minutes, one would take 4.5 minutes. So that's why I said that you have to do your own trial and error, and you have to find out how much time that Agnihotra cake takes to burn. It depends upon the thickness of the cake. It depends upon how dry it is and the length that you are breaking it. And it depends upon the amount of ghee that you're using. If they are very well dried, you don't need lot of ghee. Very less than half a teaspoon to 1 teaspoon of ghee is required. Parvesh is asking, how would my hands feel, warmer or cooler? I didn't get this question. If you could please elaborate a little bit. I can feel a sort of movement in my hands. It is a must to perform daily. Okay, so Haniji is asking, is it must to perform daily? No. We saw there are only 6 rules, and apart from these 6 rules, there are no other rules. But if you perform daily, you get more benefit out of it. So to get more benefit, you can perform daily twice. If you can't, it's okay. There is nothing that if you can't perform, you will get this sin vagare. There is nothing like that. Just that you get the benefit of this if you perform. Yeah, which gases or chemicals are liberated from Agnihotra which are beneficial for the environment? I really don't know. I am neither a scientist nor have I done these researches. this researches also which we have got, these we have got from the Homa Center, Bruce Johnson's and Dr. Ulrich Burke, who have conducted these sessions themselves, and they have got this researches. And in fact, even the scientists, they also call it as a miraculous device and a miraculous ash, because they can see the results. They also don't know how it is come. Yeah, so Pavini ji Singh, tell how to get ash out of this. I couldn't hear actually when you answered. This ash, which you see right now, which is now, when this gets cooled up, you can then just sieve it. वो जो ऐसा चलनी होता है ना, इसमें से आप छान सकते हैं. You can just sieve it through this siever and then you can get this ash. Also, when your energy increases, the person who is performing the Agnihotra, that person's energy goes into the ash. So when you are more evolved and more energized, more aligned to the universal frequencies, the ash will become more and more and more powerful. It is like, you know, this is going to help this and this is going to help this. It is all connected. Does it expire? Very nice question, Rohit ji. If you keep it in a plastic bottle, now we have done all these examples and testing also. Okay, let us see that video also and then we'll come back to more questions. When we put it in a natural container, that is a glass container or a ceramic or a earthenware, the energy is retained. But when you put it in a plastic container, the energy keeps on deteriorating. But still we have checked it in, 6 months to 1 year, we have checked the energies after keeping it in plastic. The energy deterioration was just less than 10% only after keeping it for 1 year also. So for some small duration, it is okay. Can you eat the ash? Yes, of course. It's the medicine of the medicines also. So yeah, I will just go inside where there is light and the laptop can be charged and we can have more question answers there.
मैं आशुतोष कुमार बोल रहा हूँ. मेरा एक क्वेश्चन है.
हाँ जी.
क्वेश्चन ये है कि अग्निहोत्र भस्म को वाटर प्यूरिफिकेशन के लिए इस्तेमाल किया जा सकता है. बहुत अच्छा वाटर प्यूरिफायर होता है ये. तो हमारा सवाल ये है कि ये मैं भी यूज करता हूँ, लेकिन ये पानी में घुलता नहीं है, नीचे सेडिमेंट्स बैठ जाते हैं. और दूसरा ये कि 1 लीटर पानी में कितना मात्रा डालना है. ये 2 क्वेश्चन.
बहुत बढ़िया जी, थैंक यू फॉर द क्वेश्चन. जब हम ये डालते हैं ना, तो 1 गिलास पानी के अंदर आप जैसे 1/4 टीस्पून डाल दिए तो भी बहुत है, ये सफिशिएंट है. और अगर इसके अंदर कार्बन कंटेंट है, कभी कभी इसमें कार्बन कंटेंट आ जाता है, कार्बन कंटेंट होगा तो वो ऊपर फ्लोट होगा. ऊपर अगर फ्लोट होता है तो आप वो चलनी से निकाल दीजिए, और नीचे जो बैठ गया है उसे बैठे रहने दीजिए, या तो फिर ऊपर का पानी आप निकाल लीजिए और नीचे का जो पानी है ये आप पेड़ पौधों को दे दीजिए. पेड़ पौधों के लिए ये अच्छा होता है.
हेलो मैम.
हाँ जी, बताइए.
नमस्ते
जी नमस्ते.
वो
जी,
आपने जो अग्निहोत्र किया, उसमें आपने अग्निहोत्र में जो देसी घी डाला ना, की आहुति लगाई ना, तो उसको हम लोग अगेन माने चावल में भिगो के डालेंगे और ऊपर से भी डाल सकते हैं क्या, जो अग्नि प्रज्वलित रहेगी उस दौरान?
हम जब आहुति देते हैं, आहुति के बाद में उसको डिस्टर्ब नहीं करना है. उसके बाद में उसमें घी नहीं डालना है, कुछ भी नहीं डालना है, उसको अनडिस्टर्ब्ड ही रखना है. आहुति देने के पहले, यानी जब आप जो मंत्र बोलते हैं और जो अक्षता उसमें डालते हैं, ये डालने के पहले आप उसके अंदर घी डाल सकते हैं, उसको रीअरेंज कर सकते हैं. दैट इज ओके
जी. और जो आपने जैसे कहा मैंने सनराइज और सनसेट का जो टाइमिंग है, वो जब पर्टिकुलर जब टाइम आ जाएगा तो उस टाइम तक वो जो अग्निहोत्र प्रज्वलित हो जाना चाहिए ना.
हाँ जी. जैसे अभी देखिए, ये जो ऐप है ना,
जी
ये ऐप के अंदर ये काउंटडाउन अग्निहोत्र बडी नाम का ये ऐप है, ऐसा दिखता है, इसमें काउंटडाउन टाइम दिखता है। तो जब वो काउंटडाउन 0 पे आता है तब आपने मंत्र उच्चार शुरू करना है। तो 0 आया, एक टिंग छोटा सा आवाज आता है, हम मंत्र उच्चार शुरू कर देते हैं तब। तो उसके 3-4 मिनट या 5 मिनट पहले आपने अग्नि प्रज्वलित कर लेनी है और वो अग्नि खत्म होने तक आपने वहीं पे विराजमान रहना है।
जी जी
ओके, ये एक छोटा सा डेमो है, क्रांति ने लिंक दी है यहाँ पे। ये हम प्ले करते हैं।
हेलो मैम,
हाँ जी,
अग्निहोत्र पात्र का मेजरमेंट भी एक बार बताइएगा।
हाँ जी, हाँ जी।
थैंक यू।
पद्मा जी, आप आपका क्वेश्चन पूछ सकते हैं, हम ये वीडियो शुरू कर रहे हैं, तब तक आप प्रश्न पूछ लीजिए जी।
हेलो मैम।
हाँ, हेलो, बताइए।
हाँ जी मैम, इस अग्निहोत्र करने के लिए हमें दोनों टाइम स्नान करना चाहिए, क्योंकि सुबह स्नान कर लेते हैं लेकिन कॉन्स्टिपेशन का प्रॉब्लम है, तो अगर पेट बाद में साफ होता है तो फिर उसके लिए फिर दोबारा शाम को फिर स्नान करें।
ऐसा नियम नहीं है। आपको ज्यादा बेनिफिट के लिए अग्निहोत्र के पहले स्नान करना है। हम ये स्लाइड देखते हैं, एक्चुअली वो स्लाइड देख के आपके प्रॉब्लम्स, आपके क्वेरीज सॉल्व हो जाएंगे। तो हम 1 मिनट ये स्लाइड देख लेते हैं। आई थिंक यहाँ पद्मा जी, ये बहुत देर से हाथ ऊंचा किया है आपने। Yeah. So, yeah, I forgot I was to speak in English. I'm sorry. The question: do we have to take bath before performing Agnihotra both times, or if we go to the toilet to use the WC, should we have the bath? So it is not necessary, but it is beneficial that you have the bath. Now, why? Let us understand that when you have the bath, the aura which is created by the Agnihotra is disturbed. So if you want to retain the aura, take the bath before performing Agnihotra, and in the evening, it is not a compulsion to perform, to take a bath. In the morning, you have taken bath, that is sufficient. But if you wish to take in the evening, you can take it before the bath, that is no problem.
मॅम मी विचारू का तुम्हाला?
हाँ, बोला.
अग्निहोत्र पेटवल्यानंतर ते चालू झालं की आपण जेव्हा हे स्वाहा करतो त्याच्या अगोदर वेळ असेल तर आपण बाकीचे मंत्र वगैरे हे म्हणून स्वाहा करू शकतो का त्याच्यावरती?
हो, करता येतं, पण त्याच्यानंतर नाही म्हणायचं. म्हणजे जेव्हा आपण आहुती देतो त्याच्यानंतर सायलेन्स, त्याच्यानंतर नाही, त्याच्या आधी तुम्ही करू शकता.
ओके, थँक्यू.
Kratik,
earlier someone asked about the briefly explain the entire process. I think mainly the execution of Agnihotra. I think someone was asking that.
Okay, okay. Yeah. So this question is from whom?
Praveen, Rohit, I think. Is it?
Okay. Have you missed the session? Were you late for the session? Have you missed it, or?
I don't know. Anyone still want to learn that the execution part? I saw some message. Somebody was asking that.
Okay, all right. So we have during the ladies' problem, can we perform? No, don't perform. If you are living at the physical materialistic level, don't perform during the periods. Okay, you have the live session. The Krati has given the YouTube link for this session, which can be seen again. There is a question from Hani ji. Is it sufficient to say the mantra only once? Yes, it is to be said only once only, in fact. Can we mop after Agnihotra as maid comes around 8 and not before that? Shobha ji, it is better that you mop before Agnihotra, because again the energy of the space is also formed. What I do is I mop myself. I have no maid domestic help at my home also. So I do my entire sweeping and mopping the floor, and then I perform Agnihotra. or at least the space where you're performing Agnihotra, that much space you can clean, you can sweep and.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah.
Thank you for
Padmaji,
it. Thank
please.
you very much for all the information, madam. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Padmaji.
Thank you. It was very nice. It was very nice. We had a
Yeah.
very good time.
Thank you. We can see the small energy demo, and then we'll come back again to the question and answers. So 1 second, give. Krati, that was the Agnihotra link you sent me, kya? Okay. Give me just 1 minute and we will see this demo. If anyone is wanting to ask any questions, you can ask. I'm just searching for.
Ma'am, hello.
Till then.
Ma'am, I want to ask.
Please.
Ma'am, morning I perform in the same kund my husband performs in the evening. Is that fine?
Ideally, every person has a different energy and they should be performing in different kunda.
Okay. Okay, ma'am.
Okay, so we have this energies demo. YouTube link, which I'm sharing right now. Just a minute again, the video is getting uploaded and YouTube link, share sound and share. Is the YouTube screen available, visible here?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Now?
Yeah, it is loading, madam, now. Now I can see the screen.
All right. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Sivaji. Just a moment. This is a small, less than 2-minute video. I think let us have some patience and till that time, some questions in the chat box. Washing not required. Yes, very nice. Nice. Say that. So some people, you know, the females, most of that time they feel that it has become black. So should we wash it? So you should not wash it. It has the energy which is captured, and just say to yourself, black is beautiful, and it is beautiful. Just go ahead with it.
GoDaddy offers hosting that's reliable and simple to set up. Get 99.9%
करण्याचा प्रयत्न करणार, दोनच बोटांनी करणार आहे. म्हणजे मी जेवढं लावू शकेल. यू स्टॉप मी. तुझी ताकद कर. रेडी? ठीक आहे, छान आहे ताकद. एकदा परत अंदाज घेऊया. तू पण घे, मी पण घे. दिस इज द एनर्जी डेमो. नाईस. आता ना आपण प्लास्टिकचं वस्तू देतोस का बेटा? Okay, I'm just telling her in Marathi. I'll translate in English. We saw her energy, and now I'm asking her to hold something that is plastic. So we are checking the energy of plastic. Put it in your hand. This is a plastic sellotape. We have just asked her to hold to her spleen chakra, which exchanges energy. spleen chakra. Again we are testing her energy, her power. Now what happened because of that, just because of holding that plastic, her power reduced. आपण अजून प्लास्टिकचं काहीतरी घेऊया. आता हे सगळे प्रोडक्ट्स उलटा घेऊन There is a pen now. Ink आहे ना, मग ती थोडी पॉझिटिव्ह. Pen is touching the spleen chakra. तुझ्या हाताला लागू दे. Okay, ठीक आहे. Again the energy has reduced. She is just not able to resist because she is in the energy zone of the chemical. गेली ना ताकद. आता आपण now Agnihotra Vibhuti is what we are asking her to have on her hand. Just one pinch. एवढीशी ना फक्त. That's it. लाव बंद कर. थोडीशी पडेल काय हरकत नाही पण लावून दे. We see her energy again after placing Agnihotra ash. Ready? I'm asking her, do you understand? Did you see the difference?
It's not easy to push down.
Yeah, so her power increased because of that. I wear this Tulsi Mala and I asked her to hold that also. Do the same thing again. Ready? Oh God. Ooh. Wow. So, now after eating Agnihotra Vibhuti, हे तू खाऊन घे आता. हे बेटा. He is eating Agnihotra Vibhuti now. खा खा. तुझी ताकद वाढेल. आमच्या ऑफिसमध्ये प्रत्येक टेबलवर असतं आणि आम्ही सारखं खातो. Whenever we feel drained, we eat the Agnihotra Vibhuti. आता हे याचं आपल्याकडे तो डिव्हाइस आहे ज्याच्यामध्ये मोबाईलचे निगेटिव्ह रेडिएशन्स हा ऍब्झॉर्ब करतो. ओके. ॲज ऑफ नाव आपण ताकद बघूया. लावतो परत. ओके, आय थिंक वी कॅन स्टॉप हिअर. द माउस इज जस्ट नॉट लिस्निंग. आणि हे जर का आम्ही आता मग सगळ्या कॉम्प्युटरच्या मागे लावलंय, लॅपटॉपच्या मागे. Stop share. Yeah, so then we gave the demo of the different products, and we also have energy checking and aura checking machines, and we check it through the machines also. Those videos also are available on YouTube. There are few more questions in the chat box. Let us see them. Washing utensil, better check. What was that? Energy never was waste. Washing utensils. Okay. Vidyaji was asking, should we use it for washing utensil? Agnihotra Vibhuti has so much of power, so you can, give to people, give to ill people, give to people who have less energy, so it will be better utilized. That's it.
मैम किसी को बताया आशुतोष भैया ने, तो मुझे वो डाउट था. I don't think we can waste that energy, right? By washing.
Not that wasted or something. ऐसा कुछ नहीं. Energy is just transformed from one form to another. It keeps on circulating, but it can be brought to a better use. I mean, if you just eat it, give it to people who need it more.
Ma'am, my suggestion was, if we are performing Agnihotra 2 times a day, so we have a lot of Agnihotra ash, so we can use it like this also. And if we wash our utensils in our kitchen, so it goes to the water body and water body gets purified. That is one way, I think.
That way you're saying. Okay, all right. See, if we see the modern system, in fact, I can, take you around this tour where we are living right now. We have solar cooker and gasification stove, the natural stove, and we wash. No chemical is there. We wash our utensils with the campfire or the ash remain from the wood. So, and that again goes to the plants. The plants also are there. It keeps on cycling, but now in the modern life, in the city life, the septic tank is where the sewage goes. There is a septic tank, then there is a soak pit, and there are microbes who are converting this compost into, whatever is the waste, the gray water and the black water, that the microbes are treating on that. So if you add, there have been experiments done at Maheshwar. There is a Homa center in Maheshwar, as there is a Homa center in Parola. Maheshwar is also where a place, this Narmada river is flowing adjoining the Homa center, and they did Agnihotra there, and they put the ash, Agnihotra ash, in the water, and tests were performed. After that, the water of the entire river in that area was purified for a long time and long kilometers also. So yes, it does purify water, but this is not reaching the water. It reaches the septic tank, soak pit. So better to give it in the water also. What we also do in Nasik is we perform it near Godavari river, the Ganga Kund, and we do mass Agnihotra, and that ash we put it in the river. And you can give it to the farmers. You can use it for the farms, for your plants. All right. So I think we have answered most of the questions. And
hello, ma'am.
Yes, Gayatri ji, namaste. बताइए आपका, yeah, please, you can speak.
मॅम, मी आता BSc नॅनोटेक्नॉलॉजी करत आहे आणि मी एक रिसर्च प्रोजेक्ट करत आहे अग्निहोत्रवर अवेअरनेस साठी. आणि मला म्हणजे मी एका ठिकाणी असं म्हणजे वाचलं होतं आणि ऐकलं पण होतं, अग्निहोत्रमधून टन्स ऑफ ऑक्सिजन बाहेर पडतो. मग ते खरं आहे की नाही, मला विचारायचं होतं, कारण मला त्यावरती रिसर्च करता येईल परत. असं
काय बाहेर निघतं, परत एकदा सांगता?
म्हणजे असं ऑक्सिजन पडतोय बाहेर टनामध्ये असं ऐकलं होतं, ते खरं आहे का नाही ते असं विचारायचं होतं.
हो, हे खरं आहे. हे रिसर्चेस केलेले आहेत डॉक्टर उर्लिचबर्ग यांनी. आणि बेसिकली काय होतं हे आपण समजून घेऊया. जेव्हा आपण काहीही, आय स्पीक इन इंग्लिश. Whenever we burn anything, see, we all know that when we fire anything, you have carbon monoxide, you have carbon dioxide, depends on what you're burning. So if you're producing carbon dioxide, we feel, my God, we don't have electricity here, and I think the battery is running low, but we'll just question and we'll end with the prayer. Krati, in case my battery gets drained off, please finish with the prayer. Okay. So the capacity of plants increases when you're doing Agnihotra. So what happens is when you're performing Agnihotra, carbon dioxide is not released, because if carbon dioxide is released, your eyes will start watering. So if it is smoky, the eyes are watering. If it is not smoky, the eyes are not watering. So if you're lighting the fire properly, there is no harmful chemicals. It is sattvic. Second,
आई थिंक मैम लॉग आउट हो गया क्योंकि उन्होंने बोला लाइट इशू.
बैटरी डाउन हो गया.
मैडम, बैटरी seems to be over.
Yeah.
Battery.
Electricity is also.
I have logged in from the mobile. The electricity has also come back. Okay, all right. So we have the electricity now, and am I audible, Krati?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. We will continue. And the second reason is that whenever you are performing Agnihotra, the capacity of the trees to intake carbon dioxide and to exhale oxygen is increased. So ultimately, if you see, you have more of oxygen. So you can use that in the researches.
ओके मॅम आणि एक विचारायचं होतं भगवद्गीतेमध्ये किंवा वेदामध्ये कोणते सूत्र आहेत का असे जे अग्निहोत्राचे सायंटिफिक म्हणजे असं देतात?
हो, इनफॅक्ट आता आपल्या प्रेझेंट इन आवर प्रेझेंटेशन ओनली देर वेर 5-6 श्लोकास ऑफ भगवद गीता, बट देर वेर अदर इम्पॉर्टंट इश्यूज, सो वी couldn't touch those issues. So you can write to Krati if you have any issues. This is our Me Holistic Center and Me Healthy Shopee number where you can contact for details. It is 7843. I'm writing in the chat box. 7843007413. This is Me Holistic Center, and Krati's number is 9997799491. So you can contact on any of these numbers and you can get the details. And if you have any other queries also, there is our Agnihotra group on WhatsApp. You can join that if you're performing Agnihotra or willing to perform Agnihotra, and any other queries you have. Everyone is supporting everyone in this. All people who have benefited from this, they also want to, pass it on, because the more you pass it on, the more it comes to you. So there is everyone, the entire team, entire community, which is there to help you if you have any queries on Agnihotra. So you're welcome to join the group.
ओके मॅम, थँक्यू. खूप छान झालं सेशन, खूप माहिती मिळाली नवीन.
Thank you, Ji. Thank you so much. So, chaliye, let us end with the prayer. So, you have the prayer mudra. The spinal cord is erect. Asato ma sadgamaya tamaso ma jyotirgamaya mrityurmamrutam gamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah, Sarve Santu Niramayaha, Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu, Ma Kaschit Dukha Bhag Bhavet. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Thank you so much, and thank you, Suresh ji. Because of Suresh ji, this session happened. And if you have any queries, your queries are most welcome. Namaste ji.
Thank you so much for your time, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
What, ma'am?